19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Leonard Fournette, the ball.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They give it off here to the tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
At the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it's caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this carries into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Fournette. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
On the tackle.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Jaguars.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Raiders 7, Jaguars nothing.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Tanner Hughes with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry runs. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Fournette running out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
the gun is Minshew. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play that time for Jacksonville. And even 40 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down run there by Fournette as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They're going to run this with a tight end. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And Eifert has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal. These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second down and goal. Dobbs buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Goal.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lambo is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result that he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line. The
Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Carr now on first down. Got an open man. It's Rose. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this This is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Minshew with a give to Fournette. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big run by the big man Fournette. 54 yards on the ground. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Minshew to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And a 2nd field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Out of the gun, Dobbs forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And so we're in the maneuver. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Complete. Leonard Fournette, 76 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Josh Lambo, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now Jones. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Airing it out, looking for... This is caught at the 20. You got to love it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 31, Dobbs. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A handoff to Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Fournette. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Calvin Ridley. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a 1-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st down, Jaguars.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Jaguar 1st down.
Minshew, 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 56 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
At the 46-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Operating from the gun. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Vegas. 46 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly were.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
5-yard line.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's 3rd down.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. Minshew sets to throw. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
The Raiders take
that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 52, Jaguars 20.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or would you just throw that out the window?
I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down.
And the defense will spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Here's Minshew. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Going to throw here. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Carr. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Incomplete, almost intercepted. And a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Westbrook, incomplete. It's 3rd.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. A shotgun gives to Fournette. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this will be caught with taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone. Go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick it off.
Out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my tall, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win? That's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.